Welcome to another Tracking Trends Thursday with Kristen Mason Coreas, owner of the Jose Mason team. Today is Thursday, January 29th. Let's talk about what is happening in real estate. So interest rates are still hovering in the low sixes, 6.1 as of today. And the lowest we've been in the past year, 6.06. And basically, we are still at the lowest point. In the low sixes is the lowest point we've been in the past 3 years. And the expectation is that we're generally going to stay in the low sixes throughout the year. I did the other day hear a prediction that might even go higher, but from the experts I'm hearing, we're not probably going to get into the fives, although you can, with the right lender, maybe get high fives right now, and if you pay a point and things like that. But basically, high fives, low sixes is where we expect to be most of this year. Compared to last year at this time, 6.95 is where we were last year at this time for your perspective. So we like to be where we are right now. In the Mid-Atlantic region, which is Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Delaware, and New Jersey, purchase contracts are up from last year by almost 11%, more buyers buying. New listings are also elevated by 13.1% from the year before, so up both about the same amount. And listing prices are flat overall. That's what I've been saying. If you've been watching me, I've been saying I expected prices to be relatively flat. However, in the Washington and Baltimore area, and you'll see this in our data, for our area, prices did come down a touch. And the other day I heard from Lisa Sturdivant, who I'm a huge fan of. She is the lead economist for the Bright MLS in our area. And she did say she thinks prices in our area, although nationally, right, she does expect prices to stay relatively flat. She thought in our area they might come down a little bit as a result of our significant impact by what's going on with the government, workforce, and also political instability. She thinks is going to impact our area more so than other areas. That makes some sense. So we shall see. The larger DC metro area data tells us that compared to both last year and last week, we are down in showings 10 to 12%. Look, this data does it include the snowstorm January 25th? When was January 25th? So that was Sunday. So that does include, partially the snowstorm. And so it makes sense for us to be down because of that weather week over week across the board. Generally, purchase contracts up year over year by 11.5% and up week over week by 4.3%. This time of year, we would expect to see more and more buyers coming out, more and more contracts being written. Median time to contract longer by 9 days compared to last year, shorter by 2 days week over week. New listings up just a touch, 2% from last year, and down week over week. Again, people who were planning ahead probably didn't put their homes on the market. We did. We put a listing on the market, and anecdotally, we got it 4 contracts and got under contract by Saturday before the storm. So super happy that we were able to get 4 offers on our listing before the snowstorm and ratify above asking price. So that worked out for us. Home inspection is today on that listing. Median list price down. This is where you see down year over year by 4.7% and down 0.7% week over week. Active listings up by almost 23% year over year and down week over week by 3.4%. For our hyperlocal area, which is Arlington, Alexandria, Fairfax, and Falls Church, this is the raw data of how many new listings and how many new contracts we have. So basically on par from where we have been for the past couple of weeks. And then comparatively, that was the raw data. So we are a little bit down from the week before. And this information definitely includes the snowstorm because we run our data from Thursday to Tuesday. So full snowstorm, it makes sense, less listings and less contracts compared to the week before. And then year over year, we're actually up though, year over year. Not a lot, but up in supply and up in demand. And then our demand to supply ratio, which is a measure of how many new contracts were written compared to how many new listings came on the market. And so almost 100%. So there were still buyers buying despite the snowstorm. And so again, I've been saying this all along. I mean, we have healthy buyer demand in our area. And so far we still do, despite everything going on. So the sky is not falling so far in our real estate market. Compared to 2025, the demand to supply ratio was over 100%. So it's, it's a strong market in general in Northern Virginia. Days on market is around 37, if I remember correctly, up a little bit from the week before. I would expect that number to continue to come down. Maybe not. I mean, maybe buyers will continue to have more breathing room. That would be a nice thing, frankly. And that is your Tracking Trends Thursday for today. Thank you for watching. And anytime you want to dig deeper and find out information perhaps related to your specific area and how it impacts your decisions that you make, reach out anytime. My information is here. 571-210-1866. You can call me or text me. That's always the best way to get me. You can also email me at kristen@homesbymason.com, or anywhere you're watching this, there should be a link down below if you want to get directly on my calendar. So thanks again for watching. Have a good weekend. We are going to get more snow, so hopefully you stay safe and warm and cozy and don't get snowed in yet again. So thanks for watching. Take care.